right, so how's that for new shocks? Did that work?
Hey, we've been trying to make passes all night. You show up, make some adjustments, tell me what to do. That son of a gun goes at 140.
So welcome to the channel, everybody. If you're new here, I am Diggins E71. I drive a turbo four-wheel drive race truck that is currently down and out with motor problems, but instead we are here with Austin and his car and the brand new Viking Crusader shocks that we just picked up for his car. If you missed that video, go check it out. It was the last one I just posted. Austin's my right-hand man. He helps me out with everything, so we had to hook him up with some shocks to get this car working even better. Dang, you guys look like you're hacking the mainframe, bros. Dual wheel the laptops, my dudes.
I'm a tuna. I'm John Weeks for Halloween.
Super tuna? Dang, these boys got it going on. Well, guys, I lied. We decided to leave the shocks alone because they when they busted out the laptops, they decided to make some pretty significant changes to the tune-up in the car. And rather than fight two demons at once, we are just going to load the laptop tune-up in it. The shocks worked. I think there's some room for improvement, but one thing at a time. Let's see if the car gets down the track with a little bit of extra sprinkled on in there, and then we'll start tweaking with the shocks as we go. So one battle at a time. New tune-up loaded in the car. Let's see how it does. Dumb, left with the wheels up, boy. Because he's a bike snatcher, real bike killer.
Dude rolled up and said, "Hey man, you want to try something tonight? I got a bike." And I'm like, "A bike? Okay, we'll try it."
Yeah, that was clean. That wheelie, like, we've done some good wheelies before, but way less of a bunny hop and way more of like a shove.
Yeah, it felt smooth.
Yeah,
it felt great.
Oh yeah, it was good.
So we'll look over it and see what we need to do and go from there.
Yeah, maybe it's a good thing we didn't touch the shocks yet. Man, this thing never ceases to amaze. It just is a well-packaged piece that Austin's got here, that Austin's put together. This thing just freaking does the damn thing. So far, what we've noticed with the shocks is that although we haven't touched them, we haven't adjusted them since we've got here tonight, what seems to be the biggest difference at this point is that the car just did a pretty good wheelie. It just did a really nice wheel stand. But before, as the car would do that, the front end would come down and the rear end would come up. So it would try to kick the tires as it set the front ones down, because the body is trying to separate from the rear tires. It's trying to pick itself up off the racetrack. But with these double adjustables, we're able to crank a little bit of rebound in there. We have them set about halfway. I think he says he has them on about 12, adjustment 12 on rebound, but that allows the car to be locked down to the racetrack, to stay on top of that tire. So we're setting the front end down more like skis as opposed to the seesaw motion that was happening before. So the car is just naturally more glued down to the track, ready to rock and roll, ready for more power. So that's what they're doing now. They got the laptop out. They are doing magic sauce. I don't know nothing about no stock ECU tuning. That guy over there is the master at it. And hey, that car just went a freaking really good pass, banging the limiter. That's what they're really adjusting tonight, is the shift points on the car. It's ever since we put the converter in, the cars work better and it's went faster, but the shift points are just really, really delicate. And It's a balancing act between making it shift and keeping this stock LT1 alive, making sure it doesn't kick the rods out of the side, because I'm telling you, these guys are almost more mean to this poor little stock engine than I am to the ones that I use, if that's possible. But,
so you
going to make another one?
We're gonna try.
At least one more.
They don't close down on
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go up there and tell them that we're coming.
You better go there and ring the bell.
I'm gonna go tell them that we're coming.
Car trying to do a wheelie.
Another wheelie.
Another wheelie.
Y'all tickle the shift points a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I was telling the folks that was a really good pass. It just tickled the limiter.
Right. So we changed shift points a little bit, and then this car is all torque based.
Yeah.
It's got it calculates torque, and then if it hits a torque limiter, it'll close the throttle body. So in between shifts, we don't know if it was closing the throttle body because it was hitting the limiter, or if it was hitting the torque.
Yeah.
limit.
Yeah.
So
I told him it was a balancing act between giving it what it wants in order to make the shift and giving it what it wants to keep the rods in it. And then there's math involved too. So
right. Bunches and bunches of math.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go tell them that we're coming.
All right.
You got your pump on?
Yeah, buddy.
Your pump's on?
She's pumping away.
Okay. Hey, same spot on the track. Good, clean pass.
Doing the Lord's work. What you do?
Doing the Lord's work? Man, oh man, this thing right here just does its job. This is why we put shocks on it. I know that we didn't really get into the shock tuning like I thought that we were coming into the night, but this car always just works. And the other night when it didn't work, we knew that we had to start searching for something else. And I can tell you already, without even having to have adjusted them, the shocks have made a drastic difference in just the way that it holds the race car down in the racetrack. So that is a fantastic upgrade, and I can't wait until we can start freaking dialing them, because there's got to be some time left there in it. They're doing laptop stuff today. They're tuning shift points. They're doing those things that we already talked about. You know, so we didn't want to introduce extra variables, but man, oh man, once we get the laptop situation lined out, once we get the car making the power and the shifts and the things that we know that it's capable of doing, then we can get after it in a 60 foot. Then we can start turning knobs. Then we can really see if we can maximize our ET by really maximizing the 60 foot. That's where that's the race. If you got to kill the guy on the tree and you beat him to the 60 foot, it is very, very hard for the other guy to win the race if you can do those two things. Well, I lied to everybody, Austin. I told them that we were coming here to play with these fancy dancy shocks that we got put on.
Well, see, I watched 3 YouTube videos about adjusting Crusader shocks.
Yeah.
Today. So I'm pretty much an expert.
Yeah, basically.
So any of you guys that need some shock tuning, you just DM me.
Yeah, drop it in the comments and we'll get with you. We are the guys. But I lied to them because we bolted them on. We ran them with the out of the box settings, or with your out, you know, what we talked about settings, and we started making laps.
Yeah.
So I lied to everybody.
Hey, we're gonna make notes next time we come out. We don't know what the car's gonna do.
Well, we talked about that we needed to find home, and maybe we got lucky, I don't know, but we found home. Like, we know the car will go on the settings that they're on. So the next time that we come, without having all the laptop punching going on, we can take wild swings with the shocks to see what drastic changes in compression does, what drastic changes in rebound do, because, you know, they may not work, but if we know what their result is, then that's valuable.
Do one thing and then know what to change to make it react.
Absolutely, because there may come a day where we just decide that, hey, the car needs to do this, and this is what we did to make that happen. So
that's all it takes. Just coming out here. That's what test and tune is for.
Yep, we got no really big races coming up, not necessarily anyway. So
we're just enjoying some awesome Florida weather.
Yeah. But all right, guys, that is it. Short and sweet tonight. 3 really good passes for Austin. Happy that the shocks are working. We didn't have to touch them. Happy that they made some improvements on the way that the car shifts. And looking forward to really, really dialing in this car to do the passes that we know that it can do. It is already phenomenal. It's already incredible. and it's only getting better from here. So as always, I'm Digging Z71. Thanks for watching. Keep digging. We'll see you next time.